Hi guys, I've got Chirs Downs sitting here. He was introduced to me by Darren from MedCert. And Chris, you're an expert in firearms licensing, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. My background is 25 years service as a police officer. The last 7 years of those was in firearms licensing. Prior to that, I was in the Armed Command as a tactical firearm commander. So I did that time in the Metropolitan Police, and then I went off to the College of Policing as their subject matter expert for firearms licensing.
So as we're sitting here, Chris, it's very obvious that we've both got the same concerns about what's going on there with the firearms, shotguns licensing system under the new legislation. And a lot of people are getting confused about it, but you're here to hopefully help elevate any fears that they have and the way they should be going about their approach to it.
Yeah, it's very clear when you start looking at the numbers that firearms licensing has changed dramatically over the last 5 years. The number of grant refusals has doubled. What's more concerning though is that the number of renewal refusals have times by almost 5. There's roughly in the region of 50% more revocations going on, and the figures say that it's a postcode lottery. You know, as to where you live determines whether you're 80 times more likely to be refused on a grant or 75 times more likely on a renewal. And during that period in time, we've lost 66,000 shotgun certificate holders.
So, as we've just been discussing the situation with the firearms and shotguns licensing system, and I might just add that the National Gamekeepers organisation do have their own firearms dedicated team, and if there is a problem there, members can get in touch with the NGO, National Gamekeepers organisation, to help with their inquiries. But there's a lot of people that watch this that are not a member of the National Gamekeepers organisation, and that's where Chris could help you.
So yeah, I can. I can offer a variety of solutions, everything from online guidance that is your ultimate self-help guide that has templates in it for letter writing, guidance on how to complain, and even an emergency tool that you can press if something unexpected happens, like you requested to voluntary surrender. I offer that, and at the other end of the scale, I offer direct consultations where I engage a force on your behalf and I resolve your problem. What's slightly different about me and some of the other member organisations is that I will take on a historic issue. So if you're not a member of an organisation like the National Gamekeepers Association right now and experience an issue, I can help you.
So that's great, Chris. So if there are anyone out there that want to get in contact with you, and you know, how do they go about it? How do they get in touch with you?
Right. So if you go online and visit firearmslicensing.net, firearmslicensing.net, all the contact details are on there. Really simple ways of getting in touch with us.
Thanks, Chris. And to you guys out there, you know, hopefully what we've done here, we've just given you another option. If you feel that you're struggling and there's hurdles that you don't feel that you can get over, there's an option here in Chris. So thanks, Chris, and we'll speak in the future.
Thanks very much, Jeff.
No problem. Here is John Clark from the National Gamekeepers organisation, who has put together a training course for all the police forces up and down the country. Here he is delivering the course to the Essex Rural Crime Team and people from the call centre to help them understand how a gamekeeper goes about his job. We demonstrated the right and wrong ways of setting all manner of traps, including the humane cable device, and situations that may arise in the countryside. I'm sure they all went away with a better understanding of the ways of a gamekeeper and his way of life. We've got another delivery of partridges coming tomorrow. These ones came last week. I've been in the pen for about 4 days. I just like to make sure that everything's all right with them, which they was. Everything was perfectly okay with them. I've let them out, and now I'm going to put some more birds in here tomorrow, and that'll be the last lot. And once I let them go, then I'll be taking the pen down, get all this stuff away, just leaving the hoppers and the drinkers. So we're just converting a ball valve drinker to a hanging drinker here. So I've got to put a couple of posts in, put a hanging rail on, and we'll show you the process as we go along. So next job is to put one of these connectors into the blue alkathene pipe. Put that on the end of the blue alkathene pipe. It's like a stop. So obviously the water don't just keep coming out. Then this will attach a pipe to this to the drinker. That should be sufficient, and also if you look here, see that's a slide. So when you see the little hole there, it means it's open, water will come out. To shut that off, do that. That's shut off, no water can come out there. Open, shut. So that's that. Just put this little bit on the end. So that's that bit. Slightly overkill on the chain, but get a connecting pipe. It's gone away from the open ball valve drinkers that I used to have. All hanging drinkers now, which is a lot more hygienic, a lot more beneficial, and now we've got to wait till we get water in the header tank to turn it on, make sure they're all working, and also once we know they're all working properly, I'll fill the header tanker up, leave it overnight, look at it in the morning. If it's still the same height, then we know we've got no leaks. If it's gone down, we know there's a leak, and then we have to find it basically. But that's all. We'll do that in the morning. So we've got pens being delivered this week. So I got the pens probably 3/4 ready early on in the year, but now we're finalising it, i.e. putting the drinkers in, getting the feeders all ready, and then I'll be filling up the header tanks. So when they turn up, water's on, food's in the hoppers, grub's on the floor, I put little heaps of grub for the first couple of 3 days all the way around the pen, so wherever they go there's a chance that they're going to run into some food. There's probably 9 of these automatic drinkers dotted all the way around the ride, so that wherever they go they're going to find water. And the last job is to make sure that the electric fence on the outside is all connected up, everything's not touching the fence, not touching anything, so I can put a battery on it and just click it and away we go. Now I've been round the pen, make sure everything's all right outside, been up up the ride there. Just a quick look up there. A lot of the food's gone, which I put down, and there is a few hoppers that have just got that little cone shape in the actual pellets, which means that something's been eaten out of it, which is a good sign. I've come out, shut the door, put the electric fence on, tested that. I've tested it the conventional way, one of these and not one of these, and it's clicking away nicely, so we'll just move on to the next pen. So we've got the last of the birds. Most of the birds have been caught up, and I normally have a gang of people here. I've only got about 80 or 90 birds left to go. So I've got some crates sitting in there, catching them up, taking the bits out, and I'll take these ones up to the release pen to let them go with the rest of their mates. Can't beat a bit of natural fruit or wild fruit. So just another sort of safety precaution as well. I'm just putting a foot sort of like wash, a boot wash outside every pen using FAM 30. It's a multi-purpose disinfectant that's recommended for things like bird flu basically, but all other sort of like diseases and bits and pieces. So I've just got one of these here. Bird flu unfortunately is beginning to increase in the news. We keep hearing the odd case coming on a bit more, so just a bit of biosecurity really. So I'm just going to go around and put one of these outside every pen. Whatever happens else tonight, that's been a good night. I've been going out a lot of nights since harvest and not seeing many, if any at all. I knew I'd got one round here, and we bumped into it tonight and we got it, so that's a big plus tonight. Nothing worse coming out in the morning, all keen to get out, do some work early in the morning, got a bloody puncher. Right, I've got to take this down the workshop, pump it up, see if I can find out where the hole is, plug it, and then bring it back and put it back on and then get ready for the afternoon feed. Bloody tyre and all, typical, isn't it? Must have picked it up last night while I was out at Lambeth, just sort of cruising around the fields really. It's surprising really, because we've had a lot of rain. First rain, decent rain we've had probably in 2 months. So all the ground was nice and soft, but still managed to pick a punch up. Now it's a case of finding where it is. That looks like it's seeping a little bit of air out the rim, and I really don't know. I haven't got the tools and that to fix that, so you can see it coming out. That's where it's coming out. I couldn't find a hole in the actual tyre, so I can just see these little air bubbles coming up. So I'm probably going to put some more air in it, and hopefully that might seal that. If not, we'll put it on like it is and wait till it goes down the next time, and then take it to the tyre place. quite ironic that I'm doing this. It's the Dutch Grand Prix Formula 1, so I don't know if I can send this video off and see if I can get a job in the Ferrari team. Very much doubt it. Well, at least it's found that it's not a hole in the actual tyre itself. So if it happens again and it goes down, then I'm going to have to take it to the tyre place, and they're going to have to take it off and see if they can reseal it. So that's the last bag of pellets in the hopper. I've been using Oakwood game feeds this year. First time I've used them, birds seem to be doing all right, and that's all that matters. So the birds have been in the pen now, the pheasants have been in the pen now probably 10 days, and there's some getting out now, which is what I want. But I'm also come to that stage where I'm just beginning, well, to start with, it'll be the second feed that I've been using the spinner, and that's my little way of converting them from pellets to wheat. So I put a bag of pellets in there with half a bucket of wheat, and that I'll mix that up. So there's a very small amount of wheat in there, and I'll spin it out as I would do with the pellets. It just gives the pheasants a little taste, you know. Some of it will be on the ground, but eventually they will eat it, and then I can then start the gradual decline of the pellets. Less pellets, more wheat. And I've found doing it this way is the most cost-effective way of doing it, where we don't waste too much wheat. We all know you put a bag of wheat and a bag of pellets in a hopper, they'll hack all the wheat out, there'll be a big heap of wheat around it just to get that last pellet. Doing it this way, I seem to waste very, very little wheat at all. So, got the hopper spinner filled up, we'll just nip up the pen and give them their afternoon tea. I was contacted by Sergeant Brady of the Essex Rural Crime Team and the CLA to help make a video to coincide with Rural Crime Week. In it, we were mainly talking about illegal hare coursing, the damage it causes, especially when driving over land, and the threats we face when dealing with it. One of Essex Police's concerns was the lack of reporting. They urge all victims, big or small, to report it 999 if in progress, or report it via their website at a later date. They do need to know.